it's the payroll savings plan. Where you bank, it's the bond-a-month plan. Everywhere, it's United States savings bonds for real financial security. Have you invested in United States savings bonds this week?
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host, Win Elliott, introducing Guest Star, one of a series of programs produced and transcribed in New York and presented by this station and United States Savings Bonds as a public service. Featured are the Savings Bonds Orchestra under the direction of Dennis Agay, and our guest for this program, one of the brightest and loveliest of all the singing stars. In fact, she's such a bright star that she's busy twinkling practically all the time. Recently, you saw her name twinkling on the marquee of movie theaters as co-star with Cary Grant in Cole Porter's Night and Day, in which she did such wonderful songs as I've Got You Under My Skin and the title tune. She twinkles over the airwaves in her own radio show, and in addition to making pictures and radio appearances, she's currently twinkling on top of the Waldorf Astoria in a room which I'm sure was named especially for her, the Starlight Roof.
Win, may I stop twinkling long enough to sing a song?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ginny Sims. Would you really sing for us, Ginny, honey?
Why, sure I will, Win. What would you like?
Well, I think all the folks would like to hear the number we've just talked about. I've Got You Under My Skin.
All right. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin.
Jenny, honey, I love you when you sing like that.
Well, thank you, Win. You say the nicest things.
But sometimes, Jenny, the nicest things can't be put into words, like happiness, love, nature.
Financial security.
United States savings bonds.
Backed by our government.
Making them the safest investment in the world.
Paying back $4 for every 3 invested in just 10 years.
You know, Jenny, that's a good dividend.
Why, it certainly is, Win. And it's so easy to save by investing in United States savings bonds.
You mean through the payroll savings plan, don't you, Jenny?
Of course, Win. Why, all you have to do is tell the folks where you work, how much to set aside from your pay each week, and they take care of all the details. They buy the bonds and deliver them to you.
And all you do is save and insure your future with the United States savings bonds.
There's nothing to it. Why, it's almost as easy as singing. But like singing, it takes time.
I know it takes time to sing. And it takes Ginny Sims to sing, It Takes Time.
It takes time get your gal to see the light, it takes time. It isn't always love at sight. From the first little glance till she's ready for romance. Remember, little man, it takes time. It takes time to make the coffee percolate. It takes time to get your gal to set the date. From the first moonlight walk till you get the baby talk. Remember, little man, it takes time. Now Rome wasn't built in a day, they say, not to mention the pyramids and Sphinx. It took old Rip Van Winkle all of 20 years to squeeze the living daylights out of 40 winks. It takes time to turn the winter into spring. It takes time to get the dough, to get the ring. From the first little smile till she's walking down the aisle. Remember, little man, you walked before you ran. Remember, it takes time.
Oh, thank you, Ginny. Gee, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to have you here on Guest Star. You know, I really didn't think you'd make it.
And why not?
Well, frankly, I thought you'd be too busy. What with picture commitments, guest appearances on the radio, your own radio program, and singing for your supper at the Waldorf, I don't see how you even get time to eat.
Oh, really, Win? It's not as bad as all that, though I am busy. You know, even though you make me sound like the proverbial one-armed paper hanger, you didn't mention my most important job.
Oh, now, look, Ginny, it just isn't human. There must be a law against working people that much. You don't have another job.
Yes, I do, Win.
And that is?
Well, I'm a wife and mother, and I just love it.
Oh, well, that is a full-time job. I'm a husband, you know.
What's that got to do with being a mother?
Well, I see what you mean. Well, what is your mother? A boy or what is your son? A girl? What is your child? A girl or a boy, Ginny?
Well, my son's a son, Win, and what a son.
I think that's swell, Ginny. Now we can relax, knowing that radio won't run short of talent.
Oh, well, it's a little too early to tell yet. You see, David's only 1 year old. And he may turn out to be, not the singer that we expect, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, just like me, I can remember my family was in quite a stew about my not being able to sing a note. But Don't worry, Ginny. If David can't sing, maybe he'll become a master of ceremonies.
You mean like you?
Well, yeah, like me, Ginny.
Win, who's the best vocal coach in the whole country?
The best vocal coach, Ginny, you've just hurt me to the quick.
I was just kidding. Really, I wasn't.
I knew you were, Ginny, but getting back to your son and husband.
Now, stop right there.
Well, why, Ginny?
Because that's a good place to stop and start a song.
Oh, you mean husband sets a mood, huh?
Mm-hmm, he sure does. For a wonderful song from Showboat. Can't help loving that man. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. I know, can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day, but when he comes back, that day is fine.
Hello, Ginny. Jenny Sims will be back in just a moment, but right now, Dennis Agay and the Savings Bonds Orchestra give us I Love Louisa.
Before I go, I want to urge everyone, everywhere, to keep right on buying United States savings bonds. It doesn't matter how you buy them, whether through the payroll savings plan, where you work, at your bank, through the bond-a-month plan, or at your post office, just as long as you buy them and buy them regularly, because they're your investment in your future. They're your investment in America.
This is your host, Win Elliott, signing off for Guest Star, one of a series of programs presented by this station and United States Savings Bonds as a public service. I want to thank Ginny Sims for being with us. The Savings Bonds Orchestra was under the direction of Dennis Agay. Until next we meet, here's a question to remember.
Have you invested in United States savings bonds this week?
They're a good buy. Goodbye, that is.